Hello, welcome back. Today I have something a little different for you. This is a calligraphy ink, so you cannot put this in your fountain pens, but it's really different and there's some fun things about it I'll show you soon. So this one is called Alexandrite, and I believe these are all named after stones. So Alexandrite's a type of stone. Let's go ahead and open this. And these come in a little bag, and there's a little pipette down there that they give you with the ink. It's got their logo on there, Dominant Industry. And here is the bottle. Look how pretty this is. And when I bought this, of course, anytime you buy ink online, you're going to see pictures, and it's not going to give you the whole story of what the ink really looks like when you use it. So this has, I believe this has shimmer, so I'm just shaking this up. But anyway, I saw these and thought they looked really cool, and they had a special feature that I thought also sounded really cool, and I wasn't sure how this was going to look in real life, so I got these because I wanted to find out. Okay, so it looks like the shimmers are all in here. Let me go ahead and open this. All right, and I decided we'd go ahead and do swatch cards for these. So let's get that done. So this is a really nice creamy color. And because these are calligraphy inks, I do not believe they are, I think they're waterproof is what I was trying to say. I might be wrong. I'll look it up later. Okay, this is Alexandrite. And this little pen is, it's a dip pen, obviously, because I'm dipping it in the ink. But this has a little tiny nib. And this is the one you've seen me use before if you've watched my other videos with walnut inks. All right, this is Dominant Industry. And what I'm going to do, just so I remember, is I'm going to put calligraphy down here. The word calligraphy, rather. All right, that way I'll remember that this is not fountain pen ink. And then what I'm going to do next is just do a little bit of a writing sample while this dries. So this is how it looks so far. It's a really pretty teal or turquoise, depending on what you call that color. Let me grab some papers here. And I'm going to be using the HP 32 paper for these because it's not a walnut ink, and I find that the walnut inks, right, they do fine on cheap copy paper, but these are not that, and I don't know how it will perform. So rather than risk it, I am going to put this on some HP 32. All right, I'm sorry, I'm fiddling with stuff in the background here. Let's put this lid back on because we're going to need to shake this again to get the sparkles. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's got shimmers in there. Let me turn this around. All right, there we go. Yeah, they all sink to the bottom. All right, but it's a really pretty color, beautiful bottle. I have a couple of other inks from this company, and they're really, really nice. So I do like them. All right, so let's just do some scribbles here. So this little pen is nice because it's very flexible. So on the upstroke, if you go really lightly, you get a thin line, and then on the downstroke, if you press on the pen, if you put pressure on the nib, it gives you a thicker line, kind of like here. You know, light pressure, heavy pressure, light pressure, heavy pressure, until it runs out of ink. And it allows you to do some really fancy artwork. which I do not know how to do, but they're pretty. Let's write the name on here again. There we go. All right, so the reason I wanted to show you this, besides it being a pretty color, is like I said, it has a fun special effect. And again, when you see these online, it's not clear how the special effect is going to work or what it's going to look like. And even though there's pictures, the pictures don't really explain anything. So, all right, I want to show you again up close this really pretty teal color, teal or turquoise or whatever. It's a very pretty color all by itself. Very nice, writes very smoothly. Very nice ink to work with, no issues. So this is like a black light type flashlight, UV light. And what I found is that, because I actually bought these inks a very long time ago, and one of the colors I wanted was on back order, so it took some time to get here. And when I got the inks, I couldn't remember what it was that was special about them, because I had ordered several different inks, and this was just in there. So anyway, I thought, you know, maybe they glow in the dark or something. I couldn't remember, so I put my light on it, and I was wrong. Look at that. The ink changes color. So this is a UV reacting ink. It changes color. Isn't that neat? So this one goes from a teal to like a deep fuchsia pink. Super duper pretty. It's almost purple. And it does stay there for, you know, a couple minutes. It doesn't immediately revert back. So I wonder if this would work on the bottle itself. Yeah, there you can see on the bottle, the ink changes color in the bottle. Isn't that fun? So this would be really neat to send somebody a letter, and depending on the lighting that they have going on, the color of the ink might change. So this one's really pretty. So let's see how this looks on the swatch. The swatch isn't fully dry, but this doesn't really have a whole lot of, there's a little bit of shading, but other than that, there's not a whole lot of other effects going on. Really, this is, I wanted to show you this because of the color changing properties. See? You see how pretty that is? So hopefully you enjoyed this. I'll find a link for these somewhere and leave a link below. So in case you want to try this, you can. This would be super fun for painting flowers or something, and then depending on the time of day, if you put it near a window or something, maybe during the day, if it gets sunlight on it, it'll look a different color, and then at night it'll be a different color. I don't know. There's some fun ideas that we could try out with this. I don't know if it is color fast. Let's see here. I'm just going to read this. I'm going to read this real quick. Okay, couldn't find anything about it being light fast or anything else. The instructions in the box just have warnings, you know, don't eat it, don't expose it to fire, stuff like that. There wasn't anything else. So this would be fun to test and just, I don't know, I think it'd be fun to find ways to use this. It's very special and unique ink. So if you enjoyed this, give it a like and subscribe so you can see more. And thank you so much for watching. You have a great day.